My name is Donna Barron. I'm the city manager for the city of Louisville. Staff has been hard at work on development of the FY 17-18 budget since early May. We now have a budget developed and ready to present to the City Council. Following is some information from department directors about some key projects included in this budget.
The fiscal year 2017-18 proposed budget is $443 million. This year, the implementation of Louisville 2025 is again a major focus of the budget development. Over $4 million is allocated toward specific big moves, including $135,000 for design of the Timber Creek erosion project.
That project will be designed and ultimately be constructed right here in Timber Creek, which is right here next to me. The project is an extension of a project that was built about 3 or 4 years ago. This particular project will ultimately be funded through the city's drainage utility. The drainage utility will be implemented in January of 2018. Unfortunately, the drainage utility will not have sufficient funding to support the design of this project for at least a year after its implementation. So in order to accelerate the design on this very important project, we're proposing to fund the design through our engineering budget. Ultimately, this money that'll come from the engineering budget will be reimbursed by the drainage utility once there's sufficient funding.
Also included in the proposed budget is $242,605 for improvements to the Sun Valley Aquatic Park.
We're also able to use funding from the 4B fund to protect assets like this at the Sun Valley Aquatic Center. We're going to be using some of the funding there to redo the surfacing here at the pool to protect this asset, to make sure our residents and visitors alike can enjoy the center for many years to come.
Another way to view the budget is by council priority. 40% of new items included in the proposed budget go to infrastructure enhancement. Items such as $3.4 million to cover CIP street project cost increases, as well as $100,000 to fund a space utilization study to better develop plans for facility repairs and renovations needed throughout the city, including at the Backus Service Center, water and wastewater treatment plants, Central Fire Station, the Annex, and the Fleet Building.
So all of the city's vehicle fleet, rolling stock, comes through this facility behind me for maintenance, repairs, replacement is managed out of this operation, as well as facility maintenance. Facilities is also responsible for capital improvements of facilities. In this year's budget, we've got quite a bit of work slated to be done on city roofs and the walls, exterior walls of City Hall. Those are projects that are ongoing, intended to be funded over multiple years. We also have a significant number of tools, equipment, resources that are needed, consumable items that are needed to perform that day-to-day maintenance, as well as some of that ongoing capital maintenance.
Providing a community where visitors feel safe and secure includes many items related to police and fire, including $200,000 in design costs for a fire burn training tower. The current tower is unusable due to damage from high heat buildup from Class A fuels and extensive spalling of the concrete. Once a cost is established, staff will work with area cities and NCTC on a regional financial plan for construction. Replacement of monitor defibrillators for the medics is also included here at a cost of more than $453,000. Enhanced security perimeter fencing is needed at the police department. This project adds wrought iron fencing around the parking areas of the police and fire departments, along with bullet-resistant glass on the east side of the police building. Also included is a body-worn camera project and a computer-aided dispatch system replacement.
This upcoming budget is a very important one, we think, for public safety in the city of Louisville, in particular for the police department, because we dispatch not only police, but fire and emergency medical services. Is our computer-aided dispatch, or CAD, and our records management system, RMS, software platforms. We're working on systems right now that are about 16 or 17 years old, and while they still effectively work, we're losing a lot of efficiency through these old, antiquated software systems. And those inefficiencies are costing us seconds and time when we need to dispatch police, fire, or EMS to a victim in need. So we're looking to replace that system this next year. Another program we plan to roll out is our body-worn camera program. A number of law enforcement agencies around the nation are doing that very same thing. We've spent approximately 18 months to research and do our due diligence and locate the very best product for us. In addition, we're developing policy on deciding when and where we decide to activate body-worn cameras, how much of the data that we retain, how do you redact that when you get an open records request, all those sorts of things. So along with that body-worn camera program, aside from the technology that we're buying, is also the hiring of a technician who will manage that whole digital platform for us.
Within the new program funding, $691,606 is allocated to cultural and recreation programs.
To get people learning together, we're proposing a makerspace. We're proposing for this space 2 3D printers, 1 laser engraver machine, a Carvey, which is a desktop CNC machine, and also sewing, embroidery, and other crafting equipment. We'll be staffing this space with 1 librarian, 1 makerspace librarian, as well as a part-time employee. Another component of the makerspace is the digital media lab to be planned upstairs. It'll be enclosing this space. We'll be including 2 computers, 1 Mac and 1 PC, which will include audio and video editing software and hardware. It'll also include the Adobe Creative Suite, and we're expecting a lot of innovation, digital creation, editing to happen up here. The Digital Media Lab will also include a conversion component so that you can take your memories, your photos, your videos, your slides, your yearbooks, and convert them into a digital format. The library also offers Wi-Fi hotspots for checkout. We have 20 in the current budget, and next year we've asked for an enhancement to allow 50 Wi-Fi hotspots so that people can get the internet from home or when they're on the move.
A more internal city priority is related to maintaining a stable, high-performance work team. Items such as compensation plan modifications, health plan changes, and employee service awards are included here, as is $37,190 for a values program implementation, the Louisville Way. The city priority focused on enhancing our economic base is where you see items such as the Economic Development Agreement budget for the upcoming year's liabilities in the amounts of $3.6 million, as well as a new position request, a residential plans examiner.
This is because our plans examiner, we have had one for the history of the city of Louisville, and with the growth in our community and development, we realized that we needed additional help with that. This will further the aim of promoting development, decrease our time in plan reviews, and hopefully improve customer service.
Meeting transportation and transit needs is a staff focus this fiscal year with the kickoff of a traffic signal network study.
We actually have a traffic signal study that's going to be, that is proposed to be funded in next year's budget that would study each of those traffic signals and determine what the needs are at each location for communication. Video that's able to be collected at all of those, signal timing, all of those various communication pieces would be looked at during that study.
Enhancing the community image and citizen involvement is being addressed in a number of ways, including through additional funding of the Property Enhancement Program. This program was originally funded at $165,000. That funding has been allocated, and we were able to add $85,000 to the program this fiscal year, and in the proposed FY 2017-18 budget, an additional $80,516 is included.
People who want to perhaps install a new fence or make improvements to the front of their home can apply to the city for a matching grant in some cases, up to a certain amount, to help them with their costs.
Also included in the proposed budget is $11,800 for Blue Cloud visibility for the library.
Next year, we're looking to improve library services by helping you discover library resources and helping non-users discover the library. So if somebody in Louisville does a search on Bing or Google for a book or a movie, some other resource that the library happens to own, we'll come up as one of your top results, and you'll discover that that resource is available at your local library.
The final 2 council priorities deal with controlling costs of service delivery and maintaining financial stability. $897,165 is allocated to these priorities for programs such as additional intern hours.
In recent years, we've used our interns really as our Tier 1 support for our help desk. And this year we're looking to really expand that to have interns on both our development side as well as on our GIS side to really augment services. We feel as if not only is it a very good learning experience for anybody looking to go into this field, but we get great value from really the level of expertise that are coming in, from these college interns.
And on addressing increases in water rates from Dallas Water Utilities.
So as water customers for Dallas Water Utilities, we buy both untreated water that we take out of Lake Louisville, and we buy treated water from Dallas Water Utilities. They recently, and every year during their budget process, they increase their water rates. They recently notified us of an increase in those water rates, and so that rate increase is going to cost the city in excess of $400,000 to purchase the water that we need for the coming budget year. So that dollar amount is in our budget request and likely will result in a water rate increase for our Louisville customers. Fortunately, we are one of the lowest rate entities within the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex when you look at water rates compared across a number of other cities.
Because investment in our technology is a critical portion of the overall budget picture, a separate view of this investment is included. This year, just under $1 million is allocated to technology improvements, not specifically related to another council priority such as server replacements.
Another item that we're replacing this year on the tech plan are virtual servers. And by virtualizing your servers and your compute, what it really allows you to do is to gain a lot more value for the resources that are being consumed.
The City of Louisville offers great programs and services at one of the lowest tax rates in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But we want to know what you think about the proposed budget, so please visit us at www.cityoflouisville.com.